So we have a hot pick. Let me just slice into this. If you love going to, a fine steakhouse, and perhaps your favorite is filet mignon, there's a reason. There's a reason we love filet mignon. First, it's tender. Second, it's flavorful. And that is what we are bringing you from Rastelli. These are 5-ounce portions. It's black Angus, and it's also reserve, meaning not only are you getting, yes, the finest, but reserve means that that is the top 4% of what is available. And when I slice into it, what you notice is it's lean. Again, it's all about the delicious flavor. And that is the reason this is our hot pick, and I know you are going to love it. Let me quickly tell you what we have, because not only do we have it as a hot pick, which means it's one of the stars for the day, we have 2 ship dates. One is immediate, which means this can ship to you in time for Thanksgiving. And then we also have a December 9th ship date. You will get 10 individually packaged 5-ounce black Angus reserve filet mignons. And it even comes with the seasoning, and you're going to get a tub of 3.5-ounce tub of the garlic and herb butter. So $176.98. When I say that experience of going to your favorite fine steakhouse and maybe ordering filet mignon, it's not $17.70 on that menu. And so that is what it works out to in terms of your portion with this sale price. Now remember too, we've got an offer, deal 15. When you check out, no matter how you're shopping, whether it's with your Q card, any major credit card, when you check out, you enter that promo code, deal 15, and that is going to save you $26.50. This may be the ultimate gift of food you want to give. This may be the ultimate meal you want to share and serve, but you want to make sure you're shopping today. So M93038, that's the item number. Let's say hello to Chris Menzer. You know Chris, he is a chef. He is part of the Rastelli team, and he's joining us by Skype from the Rastelli kitchen to tell us more about this Black Angus Reserve filet mignon. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Leah. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
I know, we're eating filet today, right?
Yes, indeed.
I am so disappointed that I'm not there with you. We have the QVC 2 Family and Friends show coming up, so I had to Skype in today. But you just said something that was really, really important about this filet. This is just not any filet. This is the king of steaks of filet. This is the creme de la creme of filet mignon. And we talked about the reserve. And the reserve, like you mentioned, it's only 4% of all black Angus cattle that actually qualifies for that program. And what that means is that we take this and we actually age this for 45 days. And you always hear about our aging, and we do it for about 28 days. We take this to 45 days actually. And 45 days age just helps break down the proteins, and all those enzymes work together to make this steak so absolutely tender and melt in your mouth.
Oh my goodness. Well, and that's just it. You know, it's when you look at it, first of all, you can see that it's lean, that it's just that delicious steak, that it's going to be flavorful as well as tender. And that's the reason I think when you go to a fine steakhouse, this is one of the choices that people love to make, and that it's easy now to have it delivered to my door and prepare it at home. Let's, if we can, yes, Chris, talk about how it arrives, and then talk about preparation, what we're going to do when we get our filet at home.
Okay. Here's how it's going to come to you, and if you notice, I'm going to come over here because I want to show you how exciting this is. When you see this black box, you know that you're getting something really, really special. When the black box shows up, that's our reserve line. That's that 45-day age, only 4%. It's going to come to you with the seasoning packet, right? It's going to come to you with the garlic herb butter here, and then it's going to come with all these steaks. Look at this. All these beautiful, individually vacuum sealed to keep out bacteria and lock in freshness. And these will stay in your freezer for an entire year. 12 months from the day you get them. These will be, look at this. I'm gonna keep going. I'm running out of room, Leah. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. But this is what you're gonna be getting at home with our seasoning, our steak seasoning packet that everyone's come accustomed to. And again, if you look at these steaks, I just want to show you, because I'm going to go to the cutting board, which is where everything starts. But if you look at these, look at the marbling in these steaks. Look at that beautiful marbling. And that's what makes the reserve so special. Filet mignon is tender, but when you get a filet mignon that has marbling, that's when you talk about flavor and juiciness. So that's what is really exciting about this. If we come over one more step, Lee, I wanted to show everybody where this comes from, because we're only getting about 6 steaks from entire cattle on this. And what we do is we take the tail off. We don't want you to have the tail. We don't want you to have the head. We take the 2-ounce medallions that we pack separately. And then this is where the steaks come from, right from the center, all center cut. And look how beautiful these are. And I'm just gonna show you, just because, look at the marbling in these steaks. This is what you get from the reserve. You get this absolute gorgeous marbling that literally, what we call it, is called meat candy. This is what we look for. And that meat candy, when you cook it, it actually melts into the steak. And this is what in the reserve line, that's why only 4% of the cattle actually qualify for this type of marbling. So.
Oh my goodness. What?
You mentioned this, you mentioned the steakhouse,
Yes.
Leah. This is how the steakhouse cooks it. So if everyone at home wants to know, they get a nice hot pan, right? You can hear the sizzle. They season it, right? And then they just put this on and they get a nice sear. And when it's searing, they actually put butter on it. And that's the butter that you're gonna be getting, that beautiful roasted garlic herb butter. You're gonna put a dollop of butter on there. And we're just gonna let that go for about 2 minutes on each side. And as that's cooking, I just wanna show you just how tender. Again, I'm gonna flip these in a second, and then I'm just gonna show you how beautiful these come at home, because they're just so easy. You're gonna do a minute on each side, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take them from here, and we're just gonna put them in our oven, right, for about 5 minutes at 350, and you're gonna come out with this beautiful medium rare steak.
Oh, look
And look at this.
cutting
That
with a
does
fork.
look, I mean, and you can see again that you can cut it with a fork. That's how tender it is.
Yeah.
Mary Beth, would you like
Yeah.
a little meat candy?
Oh, I would, exactly. We've eaten plenty of candy today.
I know. Now we're going to have a little meat candy. But it really is, I mean, that's why filet mignon is so loved.
Yeah.
It's why it's the fact that we've got not just black Angus, but reserve.
That's right.
And so when you
And-
taste it, it's absolutely flavorful and delicious.
Being that I'm from the Midwest, I can tell you I've known for my whole life that black Angus steak is the best. And I still remember my dad taking us to a steakhouse at one point, and he said, now remember, get the black Angus because it's the best.
That's the best.
And then we come here, and it's just, you know, when you can have the top quality and get it at this price, you don't realize probably what it would cost you to go to your own butcher and get one of these black Angus reserve kind of fillets, if they even sell them. You don't even know if they have them. But to get them for less than 20 bucks, each, that's pretty amazing. It actually is.
It works out to about $17 and change. And
Yeah.
it's true. And if you think, and what I love is, it's sort of, for a lot of people, you realize having your filet mignon delivered to your door from Rastelli is so easy. Like sometimes we're intimidated. You think like the reason I go to the restaurant is because I don't know how to make it delicious. But Chris, just what you were sharing, just how easy it is that it comes packaged individually, so whether it's just 2 of you or whether it's the whole family, and you will get 10 of these for that sale price.
And the key is to make sure they are as close to room temperature when you start to cook them. Don't take them out of the refrigerator right before you cook them. They need to get down closer to room temperature. Is that right, Chris?
That's a great point, Mary Beth, because when it gets to room temperature, it's actually it's going to cook really evenly and a lot faster. You know, where it's cold in the middle, you get that outside sear. It gets browner on the edges, which you don't want. And this is, I flipped the steaks. I topped it with all that beautiful butter. Look at this. Now, this has only been on a couple minutes, and these are going to go in the oven. So at home, you're going to take them, and the magic of TV, I'm just going to put them in the oven over here, and then out they come. And let me just show you, just by doing that sear, how beautiful this steak is.
Look at that.
And again, Mary Beth, you also mentioned about black Angus, right? It's just so important to know where your meat's coming from.
Yes, exactly.
We get we get our meat obviously from our farmers that raise meat. Look how beautiful this steak is.
Oh man, perfection,
So-
Chris.
It's absolutely, look at this. It's just, and again, we talk about where your beef comes from. Small farms that we have had relationships for 48
Yeah.
years. So
Right.
it's Black Angus. It is absolutely the best. And if you can't take your fork and you can't go through a big, thick steak like this with your fork, then you have the wrong steak.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
Right? Because look at that. I mean, it's just, these are big, thick steaks. Look at this,
Yeah.
right with a fork. That's how tender, oops, that's how tender these are. And, but look how big it is on the plate. I mean,
Yeah.
these are absolutely beautiful. And if you're looking for the holiday ideas, I mean, this is something great for the holiday. But if you're also, you need some appetizers. These are so tender. They cut so easy. It's like cutting with butter. And that actual butter really melts right into the beef when you're doing it because it's so tender and porous. But you can make little appetizers with these too.
Yeah.
If you need something, a little something special.
I'll tell you
a
what,
little
Chris,
bruschetta.
we're winding down. Here's what I want to make sure everybody understands, because this is one of those gifts. And remember, you can do build to, ship to, but this is why. You can see how tender this is, how flavorful this is going to be. Look at how lean it is. That is Black Angus. It is reserve. These are 5-ounce portions. If you've gone to your favorite gourmet steak restaurant, you've ordered that entree, it wasn't $16, $17, even $18. And that's what it works out to with that sale price. And don't forget, you can use that code DEAL15 with your checkout. And when you do, that takes an additional $26.50 off of that sale price. So would you love to send this to your son and daughter-in-law? Would you love to send this to your friends? Would you love to have this on hand for your holiday meal? Or just any day you appreciate a phenomenal filet mignon. This is M93038. Immediate ship means it's there by Thanksgiving. December 9th is also available to you, and you're just letting us know you like it. And then, Chris, I know you and all of the team there will be joining us on QVC2 for Rastelli and Friends, and that'll be at 6 p.m. this evening. So we'll look forward to
Yes.
it.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you.